Hey guys, welcome back to Urban Rhino Tutorials. On this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make a zipper chain bracelet. So for this particular project, you're going to need just a few supplies. A zipper, in my opinion, a larger size chain works better. You'll need some jump rings, and you're going to need a clasp. You will also need a hot glue gun or some kind of strong super glue for this. And then of course your pliers. So to get started, what you're going to want to do is to take your zipper and make sure that you have it the length that you want. So you can do this a couple different ways. You can take a measuring tape and just kind of, wrap it around your wrist and determine what size you want and how loose you want it to be. So let's see. To make it a little bit loose, I'm going to go about 7 inches. And I want to make sure that that I don't obviously cut off the zipper part. So we're gonna go to about here and I'm gonna trim that. So you want some really sharp scissors. And that is trimmed. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down my chain. So I have some, like I said, some very large link curb chain here that I'm going to use. And the idea is that it should basically make kind of like a loop around. So I'm kind of just positioning it into place. I want it to hang off of the end here, and it's going to loop around the end down here. So let me show you what I mean. And if you're having a hard time getting your chain, you can't figure out why it won't lay flat, it's probably just twisted a little bit, which seems obvious, but sometimes people think that the links are turned around, but it's usually the chain itself is actually twisted. So a little bit more. Okay, just like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to start down here and secure these so that I know that they are right where I want them. Add in another glue stick here. Okay, so I'm gonna put some glue on each side. I'm going to lay the chain down. So again, it is curved around the end, just like this. And we're actually going to, at the end, we'll trim off a little bit of the zipper that's kind of sticking out so it's a little more curved. And now I'm just gonna work my way back. And I'm putting just a fairly small bead of glue on here. I'm not going all the way to the end yet because I need to move the zipper pull out of the way. And I'm just putting it just directly beside the zipper itself. Okay, so that side is secure. I'm gonna move the zipper pull to the other side and do this one. And again, just right beside the zipper. You don't want to cover the zipper, or if you're wanting to at any point actually unzip it, just for, you know, aesthetics, you won't be able to, so you don't want to cover it. So just right beside it. And I'm going to go again to the very end. And I will probably have, or I know I will have, a few links of the chain to remove. But I usually don't do that until the very end, just to make sure that I have exactly how much I need. Sometimes you can think you have enough, and then when you start gluing it down, you realize you may have underestimated, and then you might find yourself trying to actually add more on. Okay, so now that that is secure, what I'm wanting to do on this part down here, so the bottom, is I'm going to actually bring the two links together, and I want to figure out where I want to hook those together. Okay, so I found the link that I need to open up. So essentially what I'm doing is making a circle here, one big loop of the chain. So I'm opening up this one. I'm going to take it off. And right here you can do one of two things. So you can either connect those together with a really large jump ring, or you can use one of the links, which is what I'm going to do, and connect them. That way it looks like, I said, like a continuous loop of chain. So I'm going to hook this back on, and I need it to go connect with this piece as well. And then I'm going to close it back up. And hopefully I've got this link turned the right way. Sometimes if you get them upside down, they don't sit right. Which of course is what I did. So if it doesn't lay down flat, just undo the that particular link. So just open it back up and just turn it directly over, which is what I will do. So if I took it off this way, I'm going to actually put it on this side, and it should lay better. And then from here, there are just a couple things left to finish it up. We're going to trim off any of the zipper material that you don't like, you know, hanging out the sides. And then, there we go. So any of this here that you want to trim off, and then we're going to connect our clasp. So I am going to just round it like that. I do want to see some of the black, but I just don't like it to be the pointed edges sticking out. So I'm just trimming those off with some very sharp scissors. You want to be careful so that the zipper doesn't fray. So this side as well. And we've got one more down here. Okay, so now that I have this, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put a little bit more glue under here on the part that that last little link that I added on, just to make sure it stays. And I'm going to use a jump ring to attach I'm using a lobster clasp, so I want to put a jump ring on each side. And you can see now we have the little chain, so you're able to open it if you want. And it curves. So let's connect the clasp, and it's up to you, you know, which side you put it on. So I'm using a larger jump ring. This particular jump ring that I'm using is about 1/3 of an inch, and I'm gonna put it on one side and also include my toggle, or I'm sorry, my lobster clasp. And then on the other side, I'm going to put just the jump ring. And then that will be it. This chain is so big, so it takes it a second to kind of work it in. I have also, we've made these in the past with rhinestones on them. So running a strand of rhinestones, you know, beside the chain is really cute. So you might keep that in mind. Let me hook this together so you can see the finished product here. You could use a toggle clasp too if you prefer. So there you have it, and you can keep it zipped or unzip it. You know, it's totally your preference. But that is it for this tutorial. Pretty simple and really cute. So make sure you guys stay tuned. In the future, I will be doing a few more crafts and jewelry videos featuring some of the zippers. So stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching, guys.